Welcome to the Good Vibes Guys with Jimbo and Stevo. How are you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm good. How you doing, old
Oh,
Stevo?
fantastic. My gosh. That's like, what, a week? And I feel like I miss you.
I know, buddy. I tell you what, I look forward. This is my bonding time with my brother, man. You know, I
Me
don't get out
too.
much. You guys don't get out much once in a while, but now, Stevo,
I
time for you.
know.
How's your weekend?
It was good. Kept
Is it?
myself busy during the week and all that. And, watching my Padres do okay. They beat the Braves, and,
No,
well, in the series, they
we'll
won the
get
first three games and they lost the last game. And then they
well.
lost to
We
the
can.
Reds on the first game of
That's
the
okay.
series.
We'll
Yeah.
save that. We'll save that for the last part, there, big guy. That's for sure.
Huh?
I do want to. I want to take time down. A good vibe, guys. Blessings and prayers. Houston got hit with some straight line winds, four
Yeah.
fatalities. Had a tornado there in Cypress Woods, so I advise we send to them. Hawaii.
Yeah.
I know they went through some hard times. That flooding I sent you that video was terrible. So we want to send our blessings and our prayers to those guys. A good vibe too.
Yes. A lot of my
Send our love
family,
out.
they're okay, but I know some people in the low plain areas and the flood areas, some people, have struggled through that.
Well, that'll be sometime down the road, man. Weather's getting ridiculous, brother. I
It
mean,
is.
today, I mean, this week's we're over 100 degrees heat index. I mean, right now,
Yep.
it's evening time and it feels like 93 degrees outside.
That's crazy. And it's like 66 in San Diego.
Okay, rub it in, rub it in, rub it in.
Don't know
No,
why.
I
It
know.
should be warm out here.
Come on, I miss it. Miss that cool weather, bro. I do. I love the cool weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember gravity? Everything's high and tight.
Yep. Oh, another one. Oh, I
Anyway,
just saw one across the screen.
well, y'all, we're not alone. As you can see, the orbs are back. It's insane. It's crazy, man. And this is the shirt last time when we had so many
Yeah.
visitors. So it's insane. But anyway, so how's the wife?
Gina B's doing fine. She's
Fantastic.
looking forward to a trip to Houston in July.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting you guys. Look forward to
Yeah.
going to dinner, seeing you guys, just giving you a hug, take some pictures together, you guys. I
Yeah.
can't wait to post that on here.
That'd
That
be
right
nice.
there is
That'd be
that
nice.
should be comical. Very
Yeah.
comical. We're
Yeah.
taking some steps forward.
Yeah.
Devo here's getting some things working and some projects going for us. So I'm excited
Yeah.
what the Good Vibe guys and Mastermind here is going to create, man. That's for
We're
sure.
always going to keep doing better, buddy. We're going to make it better each time, little at a
Hey,
time.
small platform. I want to thank today. I'm excited. I have a lot of friends and with everything going on, good consolidation, thumbs up. And they're like, well, Jim, when are you going to talk about Bigfoot? I'm like, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Bigfoot, baby, it's here, man. And there goes another orb. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
They want to hear
Hey,
about
can I
this
share
stuff too.
some May 25th?
Of course, before we
Just a
go on,
couple
man, I was
things.
just excited about that. No, the
Yeah.
knowledge and the
Not
birthdays. That's
much.
how we
There's
start.
some there's some Debbie Downers in history, and anybody can Google that if they like. But today is National Wine Day.
Well, hey, I like a cupcake wine. I'm a sweet wine.
Are you really?
Yeah, I like the sweet wines. I'll drink that. I don't want a big red unless it's in the fridge.
Yeah.
Do you drink wine?
I like the dry. I'm not a big wine drinker, but when I drink wine, I like a dry wine.
Oh,
Like
do
a
you?
red wine, dry wine,
Do you
with
like
my
it
steak.
chilled? Do you like it chilled? Or you
No,
like
if I do chilled, I'll do I'll sip a little bit here and there on a white wine with my chicken or my fish. But if I eat a steak, I want a nice red wine that sort of, I don't know. It just goes well with the meat.
Right. No, that's cool. Give me a cold beer. He can take the wine. We're good. We're a couple.
Yeah.
Swipe right. That's all it was about, man. That's all it was about.
Yeah, good with the beer too.
Okay, what else, big guy?
And the only other thing I have is the actor from Ireland, Cillian Murphy, who was in Oppenheimer. It's his birthday today.
Wow, not a lot going on today, huh?
No, I mean, I'm sure there's other birthdays and stuff, but I picked them.
Oh,
I love the
sorry to those
movie.
we forgot. We wish you a happy birthday, though.
Yeah,
Anybody out there in the crew that's
happy
a birthday
birthday
we
to
don't know
you.
about? Hey, the
Yeah.
1st of June's coming up. You know, I have a daughter, doesn't reach out and all stuff. She'll be 31. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
June 5th. Mom's birthday's into June. That's gonna be fun.
When's your birthday? No,
Mom's is
yours. Mom's
mine
is
is
end of June.
January. Mom's into June. Mine's January
Okay,
13th.
okay, okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
she's right after Gina B and I. We're in mid-June.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mom's the 29th.
Okay.
The big sevens. Mom's gonna love me. Love you, mom. The big 7-6 coming.
July.
Yeah. No,
Cancer.
June 29th.
I mean, no, yeah. I said July is because I associate Cancer, the sign of Cancer, with
No.
July. Sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
no. Don't
Yeah.
be.
My dad was a Cancer. He was like July 10th.
Well, it is into July, into June, beginning of
Yeah.
July.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
No.
What what
So,
what what part of the what do you call what sign are you?
oh, I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's why we get along.
Yeah, well, yeah. Water
So
sign.
my buddy, who's my best friend for years, first friend I ever met in California, Jesse Medina. Um, he's a Capricorn.
Hey, man. Capricorns are leaders, easygoing people. They get along. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, there's no explanation. I saw that when I was looking at Tinder. Oh gosh, that's it. We blend together, man. Swipe right. Oh, buddy.
People going to
Okay,
talk. People
listen.
going to talk.
Hey, that's okay. Hey, I love this guy, man. It's somebody I get to spend time with every week. You
Love you
know,
too, brother.
I get
Yeah.
lonely in here, man. My dogs can only talk so much. Jeez. Okay, buddy. Listen, I'm ready, man. I'm gonna go.
Drive it. Bring
This
it.
is gonna
Give
be
it to me, baby.
this is gonna be skeptic. Okay, y'all, listen to me. I'm just gonna try. This is definitely a horse blinds conversation we're gonna have here in the next couple of sessions here.
Yeah.
Um, what really got me into what I'm about to talk about? 1984. You ever seen Harry and the Hendersons? If you haven't, anybody out there, watch Harry and the Hendersons with John Lithgow in it. Great movie, cute. What does it have to do with what I'm about to talk about? Bigfoot,
Right.
Yeti, Himalayans, Grassman, Skunk Ape, Midnight Howler, Midnight Whistler, Protector of the Woods. I mean, so many names for it. I'm so excited about what I'm about to talk about, guys. This is just a tip of the iceberg. I'm about to break down. I'm overly enthusiastic about it. But that was really when it started everything. Now, I sent you the golden ticket of most of them that really got people going was the Patterson video.
Right.
You know, I asked you to take a look at it. You know, Steve was a skeptic, like a lot of people are. I have friends. We go and it's all good. I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong, but
No.
did you have a chance to watch it? What is your opinion?
Right. Yeah. Let
What
us
is
know.
your
Well,
no?
for
What is
me,
your opinion?
no, for me, I'm sort of like between kind of like curious and I don't know, so I'm kind of a
Okay.
skeptic, but not a full skeptic. And we'll get into that, I'm sure, as you start uncovering some of these things that we'll talk.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, like the Patterson video. A lot of people are like, well, that's a guy in a suit. You know, that's what that is. Well,
Yeah.
this was in
I've heard people say that.
1967.
Right.
1967, they didn't have stretch material. Okay, that didn't really come out till late 70s, early 80s. So we can debug that one. You see that just now? We can defunk that one right there. And then
Yeah.
also the same thing too is when you got to understand they were out there for 3 weeks. They didn't have anything. They didn't see anything. No indications of anything. Finally, he was like, "Hey, let's go down to the creek one last time before we leave." Okay, let's do it. So it's when they went down to the creek, when they came across who we call Patty. We call her Patty because everybody knows she has boobs. It's a breast. It's a female Sasquatch, female Bigfoot.
Right.
Well, he gets off his horse, you see it shaking on something. He finally gets it stationary and focuses in on it. Well, if you zoom in on her calf muscles as she's walking, you can see the defined muscles in the way her calf is so defined as it goes down. And then, and along with that, when you see her step, she goes heel, pad, toe. You have to go back and look heel, pad, toe. So it's been proven to be a biological creature.
Yeah.
Like when you lick her, when she's her look back, you see all this hair on the back of her neck.
Yeah.
Like most silverbacks and gorillas, when they're startled or freaked out what's going on, that's like an alert. Now, you heard the thing, the hair on your neck stand up.
Yeah.
That's up in there. At the same time, they did doggone it. Just thought about what it was to get her height. It's a, darn it. It's Oh, doggone it! They did an analyze on our height and
It'll
whatnot.
come to you.
Well, I know it will, but they did analyze all that stuff on our health, our heights, compared all that stuff, and come to find out, Patty was only like 6'3",
Yeah.
which means, she's smaller than I am. I'm 6'7". But the standard of silverbacks, silverbacks are 25% larger than their female counterparts. If you take the
Mm.
same in consideration with this, they make a Bigfoot, anywhere from 7.5 to 8 feet tall.
Okay.
Traditional. That was crazy. So when I go up there, that was insane. As I go down here, all that stuff. Another one would be 1971. The Sierra Sounds. Have you ever heard those? It
That's
was Ron Moorhead, the
oh
Sierra Sounds in
yeah,
Nevada.
yeah.
Okay. When they were up there in the mountains, they was with a bunch of friends. They were hiking. They're up there camping and stuff like that. They had sounds they recorded at night. Now, anyone out there bringing up Sierra Sounds, 1971, but they heard rocks banging.
Yeah.
They have a recording. They got whoop, whoop several times, repeatedly over and over again. And then, along with everything to give intelligence, well, they took this to get it analyzed. And after they did it, it proved to be completely real. It was not fake. It was not twisted. It was a legitimate thing. So this shows intelligence. They're
Mm.
able to communicate. They have intelligence with them, what's going on and everything. So, I mean, that along with it. Now, you also have the Stone Ape. You ever heard of Ape Canyon?
No.
Mount St. Helens? Very
Yes.
popular. Okay.
Yes.
There's Ape Canyon there.
Okay.
In the early 1940s,
Right.
there were 4 miners that had a shed they built on the side of the mountain, like 700 feet down. Well, they went out getting some, looking for hunting food for that night. While that him and his friend, these men were out hunting, looking for food, they kept feeling like something was following them, and they kept hearing stuff. And it took a little bit of time, and then finally, they saw a tall, hairy a giant, hairy man behind him. It startled them. They shot at it, and it fled. These men didn't think anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, they went back to the house. They went back to the little house. They had the shed on the side of the mountain. They were sleeping. In the middle of the night, they were awoken by boulders and rocks being thrown at them. The men didn't know what was going on. They jumped up, grabbed the guns, and looked out, and they were surrounded by tall, hairy men throwing rocks, boulders, and logs at them. This is dead, man. That's why it's called Ape Canyon. It's insane to stare off of that. Well, it went through all the night. The next morning, the men left and never come back. I there's I mean, gosh, guys. I mean, I'm just trying to tap a little bit into y'all. I give myself hassle. Okay. Now, like, just recently, they had one that was in Colorado. I don't know if you've seen him. It was a Silverado or a Durango train that was going along real slow, and these people saw a Bigfoot that had a shiny coat and all that stuff up on the hill. It went over and it kneeled down and all that stuff like that. That was BS. I think that was crap. Unless it went and got some hairstylist, it was all silky, a
Hmm.
lot thinner. Because we're talking about a creature, the Bigfoot, apologize, Bigfoot, that is 8 to 10 feet tall. We're talking 4 to 5 feet wide. Okay, fathom this, 4 to 5 feet wide.
Yeah. That's
You know,
big, huge.
and you're talking anything that's 800 to 1,000 pounds plus.
Yeah.
So that was there. See, I debunk myself, guys. I don't just fall for everything you see out there. I'm like, no, you guys be nice. It's like, no, I don't see everything that's going on. I mean, you get to smell big things. There's some that say, the government know about them. Yeah, we'll get into that. I have some stories I'll share at the end, like 5 or 6 stories I want to share to make you say, holy shit.
Hmm.
Uh, some say if can they cloak? I've heard from reliable sources, listen to reliable sources that they just disappear right in front of them. We're
Mm.
made of energy. Our bodies are. I mean, we're made of energy. You're made of energy. I'm
Right.
made of energy. If some dies, you give electric shock, you got to pump back. Something that size. Who says our physics have learned how to make things invisible? You have been the light waves, right? Who's to say they can't do the same thing?
Yeah.
The long hair, manipulate the first, the light bends around them. I
Right.
mean, there's a lot, guys. I mean, I just want to say how excited I am to be able to share some of the stuff with you guys because I'm fixing to get some, in deep some places like, they got finding Bigfoot. Now they're okay. I try to hope they find some proof and whatnot, but they have the creatures and then Bobo goes stand by a tree. I mean, I want to believe, but I never see that proof. I'm a guy, I got to see the evidence. I want to see, okay, yeah, and I'll say no. I mean, I debunk myself all the time. Expedition Bigfoot, second season, third season, the fourth to go to Alaska. Those guys are good in the name.
Mhm.
Expedition. That means they're out there for 2 to 3 weeks. They don't just go out one night hoping to see something. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little drink. I'm gonna moisten my throat because it's getting raspy because I'm fixing to get crazy here in a minute. But I
Uh-oh.
want to say thank you, Stevo, and to the crew, because I love where this is going. Ole, 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 ole. Man, I'm gonna take a breather, man. But if you go ahead and take everything, I just want to say, big guy, what do you think about everything so far?
Yeah, no, I mean, I find it fascinating. I'm trying not to be like like I said, I came into this open-minded, as I was researching, throughout the week about it as well on cryptids, right? And not just the Sasquatch and the Bigfoot and all that stuff, but like some of the other weird cryptid stuff
Oh,
that's been
there's
out there. It's sort of
yeah,
like
there's a lot.
ghostly, but they're almost like like a cross between a ghost and a skeleton kind of thing, they're running across
They
places.
got some they got some crazy stuff out there like that. Yeah, that's away from the Bigfoot, the cryptics and stuff like that.
There was one I saw with the father and the daughter in the woods or facing the woods. Maybe it was in the back of their yard. I don't know. But the daughter was like, the dad was like, "What are you looking at?" She goes, "No, there's a lady there."
Oh
And
yeah, I think I
where?
saw that one too.
Yeah. And I was like, I kept looking. I was like, don't get sucked in, Steve. Don't get sucked in, right?
Yeah.
And I kept watching. I was like, then I saw the lady and I was like, okay, I kind of thought that was real. I didn't think it was like made up. Or they ran into the woods to look for her. She wasn't there.
Yeah, it wasn't there.
But like it's just interesting. And then when you get to like the Bigfoots and the Sasquatch, and I think about, and I know some people are gonna not like this because it's sort of like evolution, right? Where they have like
We're gonna get into that a
the
little bit. We're getting into that.
becoming a
That's cool you
man,
said that. You kind of
so
said
on and
that.
so forth, right? Well, the hardcore, I'll just say it, the hardcore right-wing Christians don't believe in that. I get it. I understand. I mean,
Well,
they get
no, yeah,
the
you
Bible
know,
and
that
all that.
taps into religion. So it would change religion. It would change
Yeah,
just evolution. If it would have proved something
yeah,
proven out there like that, we have a
yeah.
fellow. Yeah, it
And
would
who
shake
knows
up a
if
lot
it's,
of things.
maybe it's like the last remaining creatures who'd never really evolved to, not that us as human
Mhm.
beings, our
This is
civilization thinks
fun. I
it's
like hearing
better.
you say that.
But I'm telling you, like when you get to even beyond cryptids, you get into like extraterrestrials, right? And then they seem like with the folks who have claimed to have met these extraterrestrials, they seem to be like they're in a whole nother plane of how they operate, not even by speaking, but just by mind, just almost like telekinesis. They can move things by
Right.
mind. So
Uh,
these creatures that we call cryptids and stuff, they for them, for all we know, they might think, hey, we're civilized, whatever we do,
no, we'll get into that in my next little session. I disagree. I don't think that. I don't know. I think that's
we
why.
don't know what they're thinking, but
I think.
just saying.
Well, yeah, but they buried their young. They know. Jane
Yeah,
Goodall, primatologist, said that.
right.
They understand that humans are dangerous, and we'll get some stories. They'd be like, "Well, damn," that they'll say
See,
like, "Hey, we
you
need
do
to
your
bury our
homework because
dead."
you even bring up Jane Goodall and stuff, and I know your
Yeah,
SHIT
you
now.
guys, my friends know. They've been like, "Jim, you're talking Bigfoot, baby. It's here now. Oh yeah, ole, ole, ole,
Ole,
ole.
ole.
Hell yeah, I
No, this is
love it.
interesting. I know you got a lot more to share, and yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been true to you. I've been trying to understand it and read it and follow it, and some of it was kind of like out there for me, and I said, okay, that's
Hey,
okay.
I got your back. Don't worry, because we're gonna get into some of this talk here. You were just talking about. Trust me, it was
Yeah.
supposed to expand a little bit, guys.
You ready to take a little break now or later?
Yeah, yeah. Let's take a breather right now, if you don't mind, buddy. Let me get this throat going. I need to gulp down my little Dr.
Okay.
Pepper over here,
I can use a little
and
break
then
myself too. All right, folks, come back and join us with the Good Vibes guys,
whoop,
Jimbo and
whoop,
Stevo, as we talk more about
whoop,
cryptids.
whoop, 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 whoop.
Dragons of Lanila by DJ Hedges, available on Amazon.com and other bookstores. Heather by Stephen A. Yagyagan is available on Amazon.com, Barnes& and Noble, and Apple Books. Welcome back to the Good Vibes Guys with Jimbo and Stevo. We were talking about cryptids today with brother Jim, and he is no pushover. He knows his shit. I'll just say it like that.
Oh, well,
You said some terms that, not that I know better than you, I do not. In no way I'm even
no, we
insinuating
balance
that.
each other. That's
But
something that's
you
great
brought up a
about
couple of
this.
terms during our break when I went to get water and you did your smoke break or whatever, that I never heard of before. So I know you'll talk about that as well. So no,
Oh,
this
for
is getting more
sure.
and more fascinating by the minute. So
Well,
yeah,
I do want to go back when I tell you all about Patty's hiking. I was like, what do you mean? Well, it's called a LiDAR. See, I
yes,
forgot. Dude tripped up here and he got the shit together. It was a LiDAR scan that they do now. They've detected shit that pyramids underground that we haven't seen other cities, but that's how they determined how tall she was. And it was
yeah.
like 97% accurate. So, but anyway, hey. Okay, so, Pacific Northwest, we're getting bombarded by orbs, guys. This is insane. We were talking about that during the break too.
Yeah.
The Pacific Northwest, you go down the Appalachian Mountains, go from Kentucky all the way up, all the way up the East Coast. Um, Alaska, I'm going to talk about. Okay, now Alaska, you got to think there's, what's like 400,000 miles, 460,000 miles that are still, that's the final frontier.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's twice as big as Texas. That's unexplored.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, the Bigfoot up there are extremely larger, though. They're said to be anywhere from 10 to 12 feet tall. We're talking 12 to 1,400 pounds. Brother, up there on the Prince of Wales, okay, the people know about them. They say don't go up the mountains. The ancestors has been passed down and stuff. They've been scared out, lumber people have been scared out of yards and whatnot. But there's places up there, brother. We're talking 15, 20, 25-foot trees. Dude, trees that are picked up out of the ground and shoved into the ground upside down. Not man manipulated, not by machine, shoved into the ground where the roots are upside down.
Kind of like
And
if you and I would take like an old toothpick, right? Except this is a tree.
this is a tree. And we're talking 15, 20-foot tree. Think
Yeah.
about the power.
Yeah.
And there's tree structures up there to where they're just snapped, baby. And these are trees that are tree structures. Okay, listen, that's symbolic. That shows intelligence. Okay. If they're making a tree structure, there's a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
But up there in Alaska, the trees upside down are insane.
Yeah.
They have, it's, okay, Port Lock. Anyone out there has never heard about Port Lock? There's a show, it's called Alaskan Killer Bigfoot. Check it out. Port Lock was a cannery, okay, back in the 19, back in the early 1900s. It was flourishing, 2,000 people at one point. By the 1940s, people started disappearing. People started getting torn in half. They find people that were floating down the river with
What?
an arm or half eaten. This is Port Rock. Look it up, Steve. It's insane. Alaskan Killer Bigfoot, y'all. Watch it. But what happened was what it was called. Theirs is called the Nantunak. That was their thing of the Bigfoot. Okay, look at him. He's a Port Lock, Loch. But
Okay.
check it out. But what it is a Bigfoot. Basically, they moved in on his territory. There's supposed to be a lot more territorial up there, more aggressive. I mean, and think about it. They're
Yeah.
herbivores, like the Pacific Northwest, California, North California, big hot spot. We have in Texas, the Texas-Louisiana border, the
Yeah.
grassman, they call it. It's hotter than hell right now. They're finding tree structures in Colorado. It's insane, off the chart. Now, people ask, the hypothesis, what is hold on, I gotta do something real quick. Gotta get something going here. Okay, start. People ask, what could a Bigfoot be? What would you think it? What do you think it? You taught us a little bit. What,
Yeah.
like the ancestors and shit like that?
Yeah, in my ignorance, that's what I kind of think, right? It's like they're like, apes, orangutans, whatever,
Well,
if we look at
primate.
them, yeah, primates, right? Like
Right.
if scientists were to look at like the first, you know, human lives that, before they became
That's a
human.
Homo man, though. The Homo sapiens and Homo man,
Yeah,
evolution
right,
chart. What?
right.
Okay, okay. Listen, y'all. They taped him, loosened him. They taped him, loosened him. What that is your reflective lens. You know, when you shine a light on a night animal, dog, cats, wolves, bears, Bigfoots, Sasquatch, same thing. They have that tapetum lucidum. It's like a spell, tapetum lucidum.
Yeah.
But they have that reflective flame. Now, along that same theory where you're going, see, this just recently come to me, guys. Like I said, I'm still thinking about shit. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking good. Dude was like, oh, we gotta remember that one. But due to man's evolutionary ladder, there's one species that had the exact same thing down a line. You know what that was? They had that reflective lens? The Neanderthal. Now, Neanderthals were twice the size of human men, the Homo sapiens. They were twice as big, twice as muscular. They were said to have black fur on them. It just gave my mind thinking, could it be an odd species, a subspecies that's still been around? You know, because they were on every continent. I
Yeah.
mean, Neanderthals controlled a lot of the area until the Homo sapien came on and took control over. You know, we don't want to go too far because I want to get
And a
into
lot of
religion
the
and
lands
whatnot.
that are now separated by ocean were once connected, right?
Connected, yeah, they were connected, and then they split apart. So that just made me think it because that reflective lens, because they have that tapetum lucidum on there, and that's the only one of all of us. I thought when I heard that, I was like, holy shit! And the way they are, the skin is twice as thick. They're
Hmm.
just extremely muscular and large. They're supposed to
Hmm.
have some of them supposed to have black fur. That's a possibility. Some people also said the giant Pithecus. The giant Pithecus was a primate that was over 10 feet tall,
Hmm.
but it went extinct 200,000 years ago.
Hmm.
Well, did it go extinct or is there subspecies? Did it come off of that? That makes you think about that because
Right.
they have found fish they thought was extinct 200,000 years ago. They've caught in Japan.
Yeah.
So, you know, it makes you wonder. I mean, me, it does because I'm like, I mean, they're intelligent guys. I mean, to
They
what they
must
can
be.
do.
I mean,
Yeah.
like when you think about it, right? In this vast freaking land or lands that we live on, and all the forests in the world, you know, I don't know, are they hiding from us because they're either afraid of us or they're afraid
Uh,
that we don't know that maybe they know that we're ignorant to who they are, so they're just kind of stay keeping themselves like inconspicuous.
well, see, that's where, like, you know, Jane Goodall, we talked about this. Jane Goodall, she's a smart primatologist, the best, you know, down when she was down in South America, you know, she asked the people down there, hey, have you seen any tall, hairy, upright men? And the tribesmen would come back, the hunters and stuff, and say, yeah, they're out there. They were out there with us, a tall, upright, ape-like man with no tail walking around. So one of her things was the fact of if they know that we're dangerous and humans are dangerous, and we're gonna get into, I have, you know, dude, look, guys, this is the tip of the iceberg of this stuff that I have up here. And we had to write down and break it all down what we can talk about because I can't go on for 8 hours talking about everything. But they're intelligent enough that they realize that we're danger to them. People are like, well, why don't you find any bones? You know, it doesn't make any sense. How come we haven't caught any? But I think they have. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. But if they're smart enough to realize, like Jane Goodall said, that we're dangerous, well, let's bury our dead so they can't find them. Let's
Mhm.
keep ourselves hidden. Keep ourselves like nowadays it's a little bit harder. Everybody's got a camera.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a phone, but you gotta be careful. There's a lot of idiots out there that are trying to fool people. Like that one I told you about, that train one. I think that was crap, guys. If you watch that video, man, it looks like Chewbacca just got a damn beautician and shit like that. And it looks like he's on crack. He's so thin. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. People are like, oh, it's a young Bigfoot. No, it's not no damn young Bigfoot. That fucker would stay with his parents and away from everybody. So, you know, yeah. Okay, I have some stories. Um, let's go with late 1950. This is another one you can check into. It's called Killer Yeti. Write that down. Killer Yeti.
Or YETI?
YDTI. This had to do with 9 hikers. Everybody out there, listen to me. Check this out. This was true stuff in 1959 in Russia. Was 9 hikers that went off on a hike. Well, they didn't report back in. Well, they sent people out to find out what happened. There was a trying to cover up the Russian government trying to cover everything, and they sent an investigation team. Where they came across their tent, and when they went to look at the tent, it looked like they had cut holes in it, like they were looking out in all directions. Okay, the people inside was looking out in all directions, and they didn't notice the tent was torn from the inside out.
Hmm.
These people were so scared, whatever there was here, that they fled in all different directions with no shoes or anything on.
Hmm.
They found these people, all 9 of them, throughout the area. Some of them were buried together. They had their faces smashed in, the blunt trauma, their chest was sunk in. They had no ears, no eyes, no tongues, and their mouths were eaten off. They found one of the last pictures. You got to watch it, man. I'm telling you, Killer Yeti, guys, Killer Yeti. The last picture they had was a picture of a Yeti on the camera. So they tried to cover it up, but proof is the fact that up there, the tribes people in the area warned them where not to go past. There was a sign that said, beyond this area, it's their land. They respected the Yeti because the Yeti would come down and take their kids and
Oh,
stuff like that. So they knew where not to go, but they did listen, went into its land. So they're territorial.
okay, got it.
You know, so it tore them up.
So they're not necessarily hiding from us. It's like, they know their domain and they just want us to, hey,
Yeah, I think the Yeti's
leave us
a
our
lot more
space. Leave you
aggressive and
yours, you leave us our
dangerous.
space.
Yeah, I think they're a lot more aggressive and dangerous, man, than like here when you're in the States, California, Pacific Northwest. I'm getting some stories on all that stuff on that. There's more people. I
Hmm.
mean, don't get me wrong. The Olympic Peninsula and stuff out it's thick up there, guys. I mean, it's not like you can just walk through the fucking woods. I mean, it's some thick ass shit. I lived up in Everett, and we tried to do that shit, going off on that stuff, looking around, and no, I never really saw anything, but I was more on the Snohomish side. But Northern California, the redwood trees,
Yeah,
I believe they're tree climbers. I
yeah.
don't think people look up in the trees as much as they should. Silverbacks, guys, 500-pound silverbacks are known to hang up in the top of trees to socialize. So they're not as noticeable. They can't be noticed and stuff like that. What's the same? They're not doing the same thing. Okay, let's see. Dude, we got another one here. Let's see. Let's move on. We got so many here. Okay. Now back in the 90s, again, Olympic Peninsula. I'm gonna talk Olympic Peninsula is hot, man. It
Hmm.
really is. But there's a lot of hot places now, you
Yeah.
know. But they hired they had underground bases that worked on special projects, like stealth fighter jet engines, shit like that. They hired a zoologist that came forward that hired him for 5 years to study Bigfoot. The government. The government did this. So you tell me they don't think they exist for real? Yeah, well, yeah, they're real. Check this out. Northern California. This was, where's it, dude? About probably 15 years ago, I think. 15 years ago, I'd say. Big forest fire, guys. Big forest fire. The forest people out fighting the fire and stuff like that. And they came across a large creature, hairy creature that had been burnt extremely bad. It was still alive and they felt bad. They called in, telling their supervisors what they found and what they need to do. Y'all, it wasn't much longer. Helicopters landed, guys. They told the firefighters, okay, go back, fight the fire. We got this. And as the firefighter said, as they watched, they took this creature away with them. So, once again, the government knows about this shit. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just plain and simple. Okay, let's see. I'll wait for that one. Okay, here's one. Here's another one. Air Force guy. He met up with, in fact, saw this through expedition uh, in Bigfoot.
Mhm.
He was in Air Force and he was in the services doing a training exercise. Up again, the Whale, Olympic Peninsula. Okay. He said when he got there, the supervisor said, well, we don't exactly know what you think about Bigfoot or Sasquatch, but they are real and the government knows about them. And the guys were like, what? Well, they are real. And if you see them while you're out, do not confront them. Are you serious? Don't confront them. He's like, do not confront them. Our last people that went out there did confront them and it didn't end up well. And they asked him, what are you talking about? End up well. Let's just say it didn't end up well. And they left it at that. And then the guy said, well, people had come up missing up there all the time.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm trying to put this in your mind to understand this is something we're talking 8 to 10 feet tall. Get a tape measure. I do this stuff 8 to 10, get a tape measure. Basketball goal, that's 10 feet. You figure 5 feet wide, guys, looking at it. Okay. That's just pure muscle.
Hmm.
That's just pure freaking power.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. I want to say that one. I did the fire one, the Russian kids. Okay. Guys, I have so much. I was like, dude, me had to break down
I
what
like it.
stories was like at the top of our list.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Again, this one though is in Northern California. Okay. It was a logsman. His people sent him out. It was a project they had. They had to go out and check the land, survey it, and stuff for the clearing. He said it was really thick. You couldn't hardly pass through it. Some areas you had to pull back. Some areas you had to crawl through. While they were doing this, he said one area we crawled through and they crawled down through and all stuff like that. And when again they stood up and I was like, what the hell is this? And the guy said, I can't believe I'm saying this. He said, we saw 5 nests. These nests were 8 to 10 feet long and 5 feet wide.
Hmm.
Okay, once again, guys, in your brain, measure on the floor. 8 foot long to 10 foot long, 5 foot wide. That is enormous. And the thing about it, he said, they were woven together. What does it take? Thumbs. Once again, when I talk about intelligence, there's a reason for it. Like gorillas. Did you know gorillas do that, silverbacks? Every
Yeah.
night before they rest, they weave up a nest and make it thick bedding so they sleep. And that's why they sleep at night and they move on to the next. But here's the crazy part about this, guys. Okay, when they saw that they were, so they went back to the supervisor and the person that has land, and they explained to him what happened, what they saw. Here's the insane part. 3 days later, and they don't know how, the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, okay, the government, some kind of government agency, came in and shut them down and bought that land back from them and told them they were never to talk about it again. You know, there's a saying there's something fishy in Denmark.
Right.
I mean, come on, Stevo. You hear that shit? What do you think when you hear shit like that?
Oh yeah. They try to cover it up. They don't want people to talk. They don't want them to know. I have no idea. Who knows?
You know, this last story really hits home, and I was like, this kind of sad to me. Because see, look, man, I hope by the time I'm 60, y'all, I have a place either in Ozarks or back in Colorado in the mountains. Because I'm telling you, they know. Woo! I'll have surveillance. I'll have all this stuff because I don't want to harm one. I don't want to injure one. I just want that proof to say, hey, yeah, I know you're here. I know you're there. I'm not here to harm you. Hey, I'm 6'7", man. Maybe be like, oh, hey, look, that's a hairless one. What happened to him, man? I don't know. You never know. But
He's
okay.
so thin. He hasn't been
Yeah.
fed.
No, we need to feed that guy. Poor guy. Look, he's gonna freeze to death. Okay. This last one was a woman. She was retired from the services. She wanted to come forward because it's haunted her all the time. It was back in late 90s, I think she said, mid 90s, in 90s maybe it was. So it's a while back, and she'd been on service for a while. And her and her team were going on war games again. Where are we going? Olympic Peninsula. Isn't that fucking crazy, guys? All the shit up there is crazy. But they're going to some games, and they have blanks in their guns. They're all sitting around a fire at nighttime. And she said it was her and there's 6 of them in her team. And they're sitting there, they're talking. All of a sudden, she said you can distinguish the sound of a live round to a blank. And because there's other teams in the area, they thought. Well, they heard some gunshots, rapid gunshots, and then the most blood curling, she said, rib shaking roar you could literally feel. And they were like, what the hell was that? I don't know. Where'd it come from? I think it came over from that way. So they all got themselves together and they started going to the woods. And they saw some lights in the distance. And they were like, what's that light? And as they got closer, that smell, they could smell something, the most horrendous, like dead meat smell. And they're like, what the hell's going on? When they got to a clearing, she said she was amazed to see laying on the ground dead was a male Bigfoot. You could tell by the scrotum and the genitals. And she said not too far away from him was a female one, but she wasn't quite dead. She was still grasping for air. And she said she could swear when she got up close, she looked at it, she could see a tear in its eye. Okay. And then out of nowhere, and her being in the services, she got bum rushed. They got bum rushed, attacking the ground. Get him again. Who are you? What else? She said when she could turn around because she's in the services, she said that she could tell that that was Delta Force that had done that. So that was like, holy shit, they'd be killing them and shit like that. I don't know, man.
Hold it right there. I want to talk more about this when we come back. I know we got the last segment coming up, but let's go take a break and we'll come back here on the Good
Oh,
Vibes.
well, I'm good. No, I'm good. We can wrap a little bit.
With
Okay,
Jimbo
that's
Stevo.
cool.
Books by Stephen A. Yagyagan are available on Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, Amazon Books, and other bookstores. Dragons of Lanila by DJ Hedges, available on Amazon.com and other bookstores. And we're back, the Good Vibes guys with Jimbo and Stevo. Very intent here on the show about cryptids today.
I mean, who would have thought, guys? I mean, I'm just trying to get you to the horse blinds. That's all it's about. I think everybody lives in a paradigm.
Well, it's
And I mean,
amazing,
that
these stories that you're talking about. I didn't hear about some of them, I mean,
oh, I
makes you
got a lot
wonder.
more.
Yeah,
A
I mean,
lot more.
yeah, it just makes you wonder, I mean, it's worth, researching, I guess, Well, for me,
Yeah.
you're talking about moving to like maybe the Ozarks or, wherever.
Yeah.
I've been looking and I'm driving Gina B crazy because for the last few months I'm thinking I want to sell the house. I'm tired of the suburbs. I'm tired of hearing the cars race down the street. I'm tired of hearing the sirens going by our place because it was a nice quiet place 24 years ago.
Mhm.
But I kind of want to get out there to the boonies. Literally, I was looking at 100+ acre land that they were selling for cheap up in like Northern California near the Oregon border.
Hey, you let me know, and I'll bring a camper, and I'll give me and my mom a few acres. We'll live there. We'll have our own community, the Bigfoot community. We'll do it, man.
And I never kept in mind that the possibility that there could be some cryptids and
Oh
Bigfoot and stuff
yeah,
out
hell
there,
yeah.
right?
No,
And
that, oh, that,
now I'm
oh
thinking,
no, no, no.
yeah, we could be eating dinner, and then here comes this Bigfoot like busting through the
Oh my
door.
gosh, dude! If that happens, baby boy, hey, you're my. I love you, and you let me know, and I will arrange a moving, and I will find somewhere up there to live and move
It did
into.
cross my mind. I can, I'll tell you, hey, listen, let's just come over. Let's do the show in my house.
Hey man, we can do this shit live then, guys. We want to be in California. We'll be like, hey, we're out here in the Bigfoot. We're out here on the yard right now. We're out here looking at. We got some radar indications coming up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, would you like to be interviewed, buddy?
yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's exciting, boy. You just got me excited about that one.
So I've
Wow,
been looking.
California, man, huh? Northern
Yeah.
California?
Not only that, and lately I saw this guy Peter. I can't remember his last name. He's been interviewing like indigenous Hawaiians, and then he went to Arkansas, a place called Fairhope, Arkansas, which is on the water. And the guy he was talking to, he said, I know you hear a lot of these bad things about the South and racism and this and that. He said, Fairhope, this town in Fairhope here, it's different. We're more sort of like the hippie town, California town of Arkansas, except
That's
fiscally minded, right? And so I started researching properties there. I was like, oh my God, there's like 2 acres there. There's 10 acres there.
yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah. If you can get that would always be a dream. I always said that, but at the same time, I need Nyla to kick ass. I mean,
Yeah.
I
At
need to
my
get a
age,
million
like,
copies sold and shit.
Yeah, do I want to do yard work? Not really, but do I really,
Well, you
I
can
don't
have
mind
a nice
gardening and stuff
house.
like that, but I don't
I,
want to live in a condo, where you're all like in a little cubby hole and you're paying
oh no, I like the
all
100
this
acres in
money.
California though.
Yeah,
That was
I
that,
want my
yeah.
space, I don't mind
Yeah.
having neighbors as long as we're like far
No,
away. I go, hey
yeah.
Jimbo, how you doing?
Yeah, I want to hopefully, my goal is to get 7 or 10 acres, have mom on there
Yeah,
too. And then just
yeah.
so I can go walk around my house, my boxes and shit like that. I go outside and pee if I want to pee, man.
Oh,
I mean,
just walk around bare balls if you like,
yeah, man. Well, I don't know, dude. That shit hangs too low. Gravity. Remember we talked about that last week.
Right. I'll be like kabonkers. Ding ding
Oh
ding ding
yeah.
ding.
But yeah, I mean, it's exciting, guys. It's just trying to. My gosh, that was a big orb.
I
That was
missed
a
that
big
one.
orb right there. That was big, guys. It's insane.
Hey, you know,
Got
we'll
Bigfoot
talk. We'll talk
sports.
more about this again in a future show. I'd love to.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely. Me and Dude will update our stories and
Yeah,
whatnot, But that
yeah,
last one, that really got me to think what they're doing.
yeah,
Uh yeah, I'm excited to know what's coming up, though, big guy. The Padres.
yeah,
You talked about this earlier.
yeah, yeah.
What are you like 2 games under 500?
Baffled. Yeah, they're
One
now.
game, I think. One game, maybe one game under 500.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
just
think
went
one.
below. Yeah, this week.
You
Yeah,
know, yeah. Well, the Royals are 12 games above 500.
I know. Yeah, you can shove that down my throat.
Hey, it's okay. I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to say is Waka and Lugo.
Lugo.
I think, yeah, Lugo. Yeah, Lugo. I know who he is. He's pitching for the winning team right now.
Yeah, no, the San
No,
Diego
I'm
News
just
covered
see.
Lugo this week too.
Yeah, well, see, when they come in town, they're coming to San Diego, not this weekend,
Yeah,
but
two
following
weeks from
weekend. So
now.
we'll have a little bit of fun next when we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
But I imagine you guys are going to see those guys
I think
pitching.
we're gonna. I'm gonna look at my calendar. If anything, I'll buy some tickets.
You know, I know that how other players leave and they will go back into the team. They want to have a good outing. So, and
Yeah,
Walker's kicking ass, dude.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
liked him
Walker.
when he was
No,
out here last year,
Walker's 4-3. I'm sorry, Lugo's the one that's six
and
and one.
I like Lugo too. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Yeah,
Yep, yep. So it'll be
and look
interesting.
at New York, right? With
Right.
Soto out there, he's just killing it, man.
Yeah, he is killing it. But you know what? Who else is too? Is Otani. Back to
Yeah,
generational
Otani.
player, guys. I talk about this
Yeah,
shit all the time.
yeah,
Recognize.
yeah,
Just like
yeah.
that guy right there.
You
You know.
Darvish went over or hit 200 game wins.
Oh
This
yeah, let's
week?
give that a shout out. There's only like three, I think. I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah,
three, right? And yeah, he's 1-3. Yeah,
yeah,
200 Darvish did.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought about you. I was like, I was gonna say something.
yeah.
Gotta give you guys a love. I don't mean me wrong. I'm
I
just
know.
having.
You know what? Hey, hey, crew. You know, Jimbo and I might rib each other on our teams, but there is no hate there. You know, we love our teams, but our friendship comes first.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Well,
Yeah.
huh. Well, we'll see how that goes with them Chiefs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, but you gotta understand too, crew. And some of y'all don't like baseball. Billy, give a shout out to Billy. He talked to
Yeah.
me. Hey, in fact, June 19th, I'm getting together with Billy and going golfing.
Yeah.
I'm getting to go golfing with my buddy. I haven't done that in forever, man. So it's gonna be fun. But
Nice.
you know,
Basketball, the
last
NBA, I know you don't care about it, but they isn't the are they like in the semifinals now or something, or
I
the final
don't
four?
know. I don't know what they're doing. They're playing badminton. I
Let
don't
me
know,
see here.
man. I
Let
don't
me
know. I
see.
do know this though.
Yeah.
Last year, you got to understand the Royals lost 106 games, brother, which means we only won 57.
Hmm.
I'm all about turnaround. I mean, right now we're 12 games. We won again tonight. Hey,
Yeah.
I watched them yesterday. Every time I watch them, they're 6-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Well, the Celtics beat the Pacers this week.
But Celtics are favorite, I believe, to win. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
guys, I don't like basketball, but I know what's going
Ah,
on. You
I'm sure
know.
we have crew that likes them.
Hey, I want to give you a note. Last week we were talking about. Oh, hey, start next week, guys. We're breaking down the NFC East. Let's go and get talk about. We're gonna break that down next week, and he's gonna pick who he thinks will win. I'm gonna pick who I think is gonna win.
Well, I got to
But
get my
on a
shit
note,
together.
last week we were talking about schedules, and I didn't have time to get to mine. Well, it's okay. It's the Chiefs. You don't. It's a win. It's a win-win anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
But Mr. Man over here can't remember the team he's playing week 7, but we reminded him who it is. I want to say now, you were like, no, if we don't beat you guys, I'd be worried. You know why I want to say this to you? Week 6 is our bye week.
Yeah.
Big Red, after a bye week, doesn't lose, buddy. He's
Yeah.
going to have 2 weeks to prep for the Niners. So we're coming to Candlestick, and we're going to kick your ass. I'm going to say it right now. You heard me, crew? Yeah, I ain't playing games, man. A bye week, it's over. You might as well just
I'll
go.
say
Don't even
this
show
is
up.
that I know that with your team, no matter what happens throughout the season, as they get closer to the end, they know all they got to do is make the playoffs, right? Like they did last year, right? And they come on
Yeah.
strong. They look at, I mean, they are strategic in everything that they do. So I admire those guys.
And it's funny, we're the empire now, man. Everybody hates us, and they're getting a lot of mess ups. Rasheed Rice, I bet you he'll probably miss 6. I bet you he'll miss at least 6 games. If he
Yeah,
misses 6 games, that means he'd be back just in time to play the Niners. We'll see what happens. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, football's coming, guys. That's why I kind of get it. I was excited. Steve-O let me get into Bigfoot this week. I was so pumped up, because once football starts, oh, we're gonna be about breaking. I love football. Steve-O loves football.
Yeah, I do.
I
I know
mean, you know,
I gotta get my head in the game in terms of like breaking it down for the next week. So
oh, it's okay. I know you can take your time. You know, it's only four teams
I
you
got a
figure
lot
the
of reading up to do.
Dolphins, Bills, Jets, and Patriots.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not too hard. And then, yeah, then we'll break down each division over each week coming up. So by the time we get done with every division, it'll be the last week of July.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be crazy, dude? That's gonna be 8 shows down the road.
Right.
We're coming along, crew.
Yeah.
That'll be like our 15th show almost. Then another one, you
Yeah.
know. And then once July gets here, the end of July, preseason starts up that he gets so excited about. I just think it's ridiculous.
I know it's
Preseason.
funny how guys are like, it's preseason. Yeah, I get it, because they're feeling out all the other guys, the guys
Yeah, but how many people
who's going to
get
make the
hurt?
cut and who's not.
I
But
dig all that stuff, but look at Bro. He always gets hurt.
yeah,
We'll get into all that stuff, but I don't
right.
know. That's why they extended it though. That's why
Yeah.
now we play 17 games. It's because instead of 4 preseason, they only have 3.
Yeah.
I think they should just have 2 and make it an 18-game season.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, I mean, I guess now. I guess it'd be too hard on the body, and that's
Has there
another
been
one.
any talk about any rule changes yet for the next season?
No, I haven't heard. I haven't heard anything yet. I'll
Nothing
let you
yet.
know if I
I
do.
haven't read
No,
anything either.
no. You know what sucks is everybody says they're out for the Chiefs. You know, because our bye week usually we have a bye week like week 10, 11, or 12.
Yeah,
This time we're on bye week is week 6.
that's early. That means they're
Yeah.
grinding towards the end of the latter part of
Well,
that season.
now, and I tell people, I'm like, yeah, it does kind of suck, but then also you got to remember, since the first time since 1920, the Chiefs play on 6 days of the week,
Yeah,
except for Tuesday. They play on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday
yeah,
through the whole season. So they're on Christmas. I'm
yeah.
excited about that, you know, but yeah, man, I'm excited about everything's coming up today. Thanks, Stevo, for letting me kind of get off on my hairy friend.
Oh, we could have talked more. I'm sure. I'm sure you could have talked.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could have
you
listened
know,
more.
I know, and I appreciate that. Remember, the tapetum lucidum. That's the reflective lens on animals that you see. There's something we can learn from today's
You gotta
lesson.
like email that to me, that spelling, because I want to read up on that too.
Yeah, it's real easy. It's Tapetum lucidum. Tapetum lucidum. But I'll do. I'll message it to you.
Yeah, email it or text
You
it.
know, yeah, I'll text it to you. No big deal. But
Awesome.
yeah, guys, I'm excited about everything. I was nervous so long, Steve-O. Seeing you every
About
week.
this show? About this
Yeah,
show?
about just doing what I'm doing, because there's perfect parts of me that aren't exactly
Oh,
perfect or whatnot.
don't be. You're doing so awesome. I tell you, I come from the background of broadcasting, right? So, and not that I know it all, like I'm telling you, I'm not that kind of a guy. I've seen guys out there that I admire and how they work and all that. Brother, you haven't done this before, and I feel like you're just a natural.
Oh,
That's
now he's
how
just trying to make. He wants a big Christmas, but he wants to be nice about the Niners.
I'm
That's
not
not
brown
happening.
nosing
No.
you. I'm not. No, no. Yeah, it's like I watch you, and when I'm editing, and I watch the replays, and I watch it afterwards as well too. But yeah, that's how it should be, natural.
All
We don't
right,
want
I
it to
appreciate it.
be forced. When
No,
it's
yeah, guys,
not
this shit
real.
isn't scripted. Trust me,
Yeah,
man. And the orbs, they work for free. I can't imagine how many orbs are on this damn show. I mean, I've counted
I
6
know.
or 7, dude. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude.
They're just video busting us, like camera
And it,
bust. Camera? What do they call that?
oh,
Photo bombing.
yeah,
Yeah,
photobombing. Yeah,
yeah.
photobombing. And you know what, guys? Here's the funny thing. How many ghost people out there in ghost shows you watch are like, they would love to see an orb on their show to have
I know.
their taping. We're not even ghost hunting. Shit's here doing.
One day somebody's gonna say, "You got to watch their show, man. They got orbs going by and everything,
Yeah,
back and forth, up and down, and they just keep talking."
the good vibe orbs. And I told Steve-O, because this is the shirt last time when we
Yeah,
were talking paranormal and we had all them up here, and maybe they like this shirt too. I mean, I had to wear it because it's my only Bigfoot one, guys.
yeah.
And I have the alien down there seeing me saying, "What's
What size
up?"
do you wear? I mean, you're like a junior Bigfoot, right? So what size shirt do you wear?
What size shirt?
Yeah,
Oh, this hair is I think this hair is an extra large, extra large, because
XL.
it got to be long enough. Because when I stand up, I've taken pictures before, but my ceiling's only 8 foot.
Oh,
So yeah, it's on. It's just like I'm
so you
about that
can't be
far from
doing
it.
like aerobics with Jane Fonda, right?
No, I put my hands on this thing to stretch or something like that. But yeah, I can't do any jumping jacks. No, 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 no. Not with my crooked ass foot anyway, man. It skips out. Goes this way.
I
Point for
remember
water and
watching
shit.
what's her name from Three's Company that did the Thigh
Oh,
Master?
Suzanne Summer.
I was like, what the
Oh,
heck is she doing?
hell yeah, dude. I remember those days. Back in those days, I had the posters all over my walls when I was a kid
Yeah.
growing up in the 80s, man. They were posted over every one of them, the whole wall, man. There goes another one.
Yeah, Farrah Fawcett,
Um,
like I said, that was mine.
hey, and something else, crew. What we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of like surprise you with how we're gonna talk about. You already know about the football we're gonna do for the next 8 weeks,
Yeah.
but like
Well,
a
you guys
ton of
probably
shit.
noticed we only took 2 breaks, so we're kind of doing a little bit longer segments because we want to talk a little bit more, right? So instead of
What
4 segments,
weekend?
yeah, yeah,
That's it. I think you know what. I was happy. I mean, I like it. I'm looking for guys like you guys.
yeah,
I know y'all been busy, and I appreciate when y'all have the opportunity to sit down and watch this. It means the world
yeah,
to me. But I watch it on Saturday mornings along with everybody else because I don't want to cheat. I want to see how it is,
yeah.
and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I like seeing you, and it's not like we're just sitting here with dead air going,
No. Wait, what do you want to
no,
talk about
no,
next?
well, gee, man, I don't know, man. Did you see the dog cross the road the other day? The dog crossed the road. Yeah, no, we're gravy, dude. We are gravy. I'm
Yeah,
excited
I'm
so much.
excited because, like I was telling you before the show, was that Spotify made a big deal and sent like a little meme, like a award meme or something. It's like, congratulations, you had your first 5 shows on Spotify. And I'm thinking,
Hey,
why? Do the other
5?
podcasts don't last that long or something?
No, it was weird because I've had some people like Amy. We love you, Amy. Hey, cheese balls. I didn't give you a shout on the show. Love you guys. Everybody out there, the
Yeah.
McFarlands, all of them. I
Thanks
love
for
all you guys.
commenting, guys, on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I
Really,
saw.
thank you.
I did.
Thank you.
I saw some that I don't know,
Yeah.
and I noticed that you've been responding. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I got to learn how to do that. I haven't been able to do that yet.
Yeah.
I got to
Just go
figure that
jump
part
on
out.
and respond. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
I'll have to do that. But we do see you guys, and it
my
means the
friends are
world to me.
quiet. I know some of them watch, but they're just kind of like,
Yeah, you know why? They're all in the home playing bridge and shit like that.
yeah.
I'm with the I hang with the cool kids.
Bridge or mahjong or whatever, or poker.
No, they're not all
My
old,
buddy Jesse
man.
plays poker.
No. Hey, poker's cool. I
Yeah.
got friends that do that as well.
Well, it's funny because like some of them will watch and then they'll say something later, and I'm like, oh, so you actually watch, but you don't comment? Oh, okay.
Well, no, and I've got the same thing. I have people in the comment when I talk to them, and 'cause I send it every week. I
Yeah.
send my notes. This last week, guys, my button freaked out. I sent
Yeah.
8 copies to everybody. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Do you have a show? Oh, did you get the message?"
Pass
But yeah, hey,
it
mom, I
along,
love you.
folks.
I love you, mom. I hope you enjoyed this.
Love you, Mom.
My mom is a squat. She loves
She's a
Sasquatch.
sweetheart.
She loves Bigfoot, bro.
I
She
can't wait
does.
to meet her.
Expedition Bigfoot. You guys remember that? Alaskan Killer Bigfoot, a Yeti Killer.
Yeah.
Check those out. They're good documentaries and stuff like that. And it'll just make you say, And they show evidence, guys, like infrared. You'll see figures,
Right.
footprints. I mean, I'm all about evidence. Show me shit. And I'm like, hey, okay,
Yeah, I
dude, you
know.
got me.
Me too.
But yeah, in about another month, I'll touch base. I'll reach out and shit like we've been doing. But hey, God bless you guys. You have a great weekend. Do you
Yeah.
see it again?
And thank you,
Dude, I think we've
crew.
gone into 10 orbs at least. 10 orbs at least.
Remember to join us at 9 a.m. Pacific. And if you can't and you are hungover on the East Coast, then you can join us for a nooner.
It's okay. Or, you know what? If you're busy all week long, we know that you're going to come eventually. And when you do, thank you.
Right on. For Jimbo and I, thank you for joining us on the Good Vibes Guys with Jimbo and Stevo.
Much love. Peace.
Peace out. Heather by Stephen A. Yagyagan is available on Amazon.com, Barnes& and Noble, and Apple Books. Dragons of Lanila by DJ Hedges, available on Amazon.com and other bookstores. Books by Stephen A. Yagyagan are available on Apple Books, Barnes& and Noble, Amazon Books, and other bookstores.